Heyo, welcome back. It's Twinkle and we are here yet again playing Technomancer, the ever-extending series of side quests. So, in between the last video, I swapped out David for Scott because I don't like David. I prefer Scott. And we have yet another side quest. Check it out.
Please. You is one of them Technomancers, ain't ya? Heard about you. One of them fancy officers supposed to be our protectors.
We do what we can.
Then maybe you the man I should ask for help. You see, I got a daughter. Prettiest thing you ever seen. So sweet and kind and everything a mom would ever want in a baby girl. Kind of daughter makes you just bubble with pride. But she's gone now. Just disappeared. And I know you ain't know her, but I promise she ain't the kind of girl who just leave her mama without no word. It's them Vori done took her. I know it. Took her and forcing her to do heaven knows what. Horrible things I can't imagine. You gotta help. You've got to help her, Mr. Mancer.
Alright, of course, because we need that experience.
I'll do my best. What's her name?
Sarah. Her name is Sarah. Thank you so much, sir. I can't say how good it is for you to help a woman like me. Thank you, sir. Thank you for my baby girl and me.
Okay, that was weird. But yes, we have yet another quest that we are starting on. And to get it kicked off, we're going to walk over to Anton Rogue and ask him about it. I don't think we have to leave the slums to do this one. Now, it's been a few days since I started doing these videos. I recorded the last ones all together. And I gotta say, this is kind of the low part of the game. Like I've said it before, but as soon as we get all these side quests out of the way, things are gonna pick up. I promise. But it's important that we do them because we really need the experience, especially on the hardest difficulty.
I heard you put an end to the smugglers' trafficking, Mr. Mancer. I am disappointed.
Why's that?
My concern? Oh no, I simply admired the man. Not for the income he scraped from his beggar army, but rather for the pressure he managed to put on the merchants without lifting a finger. With that said, anything having to do with crime is my concern. Maybe you will remember the next time before you stick your fingers in my pies. Now tell me, what do you want?
I'm looking for a prostitute named Sarah.
And you wouldn't be the only one. She was quite the popular menu item for the boys at the barracks, until she disappeared. Like a puff of once lucrative smoke. You catch wind of her, you'll let me know. I'd be much obliged. Wish I could give you a bearing, but the truth of the matter is, the doll simply disappeared, along with a potential profit I'm not happy to have seen go with her, but would pay to see returned, with or without some added bruising as a lesson in running off.
I gotta go.
Then go.
Now we backtrack over and we go talk to that mom, see if she's got any leads. I'm not exactly sure why she didn't tell us about giving us all the information that she should have given us at the very beginning. I mean, so she blames the Vori at the beginning, which makes sense, but we have to talk to the Vori and get the Vori to confirm what we already know, and then go to the trouble of coming back and asking her. So there's a lot of stuff like this in these quests that just they don't make sense and they just drag things out.
So you find my girl yet?
Popular young girl you got there. Word is the mom's
Why am I
looking
talking to
for
the
her,
back
too.
of your head?
She slipped away. Maybe one of her regular clients could help.
Huh. Well, let me think. There was one fella was deep into my Sarah, if you catch my drift. Spent all his serum, time, attention on my baby girl. John Labor, I believe. Fella from the slums. But if you're gonna find him there, you have to go at day's end. During daylight, the boy works round them military warehouses with the rovers.
Okay. So, what time is it? Okay, I think we're okay. We'll see. If not, we'll just go over to the inn and sleep in that room until we can get access to him. Oh. And before we do this, we want to put on our charisma jacket. Look at all those craftsmen so we can. I think we have to make a roll here, but if we don't, you know, no big deal. But just in case, and I'm gonna quick save in case I have to reload.
Hey, you John Labor?
That depends. What's this about?
You alright? Look a little worse for wear.
Oh yeah, never better. What do you want?
A young woman worked around here. Her name was Sarah.
The girl's gotten popular. A lot of people looking for her these days. What's it to you?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Just a guy trying to help her out. What do you say?
Yeah, all right. That girl could use all the help she could get. Now, I tried. I tried not to tell him where she was at, but I felt like it only takes so much before he breaks. You follow? I felt like it only takes so much. Sarah wanted out of her family, away from her bitch mother, out of the city, away from the underworld, out of abundance. To a world of hope is all. New start. Got too much to want? No. So she headed off to the exchange to find a smuggler. Or anyone offering hope. But, thanks to me, she probably got those assholes all over her by now. I tried to keep my mouth shut. Y'all really tried. You gotta go get her first, mister. She's a good girl. So go on now. You find her, and you help her.
Hey man, I will do anything for experience. Although, I mean, anything, but we're trying to be nice, you know. We're trying to be a nice guy in this kind of crappy, crummy world. So, we are gonna take this path over here. So I'm kind of curious, you guys have seen the game so far. You've seen a pretty big part of it. And what do you think? Do you think the side quests are a little excessive? Do you think that they're pretty fun? Do you think that they add to the game, that they change it up? I'm curious. If you have any thoughts, leave it in the comments.
Hey! What you doing here, huh? What do you want?
Nothing from you. I'm here for...
Gal? Great. Sorry she's ours. Maybe you can come back later after we're done with her. You can get the hell out now and never come back!
Do you need me to help you out permanently?
Please! Please! Sir!
Shut your fucking mouth, bitch! Fuck your lucky damaged goods are worth less, or I'd drop a hammer on your teeth!
So, yeah, we're gonna save her.
Yeah, I think we've got a little misunderstanding. I need to talk to the girl, and you don't really have a choice here.
Is that so?
I'm trying to take out that pistol guy in the back before he gives me too much trouble. Thanks, Scott.
Thank you! Thank you so much! I can't even tell you how much I owe you. What they would have done to me if you hadn't shown up. But I need to get out of town now. For good.
So, we've got 3 different options here. Now, obviously, these two probably aren't going to end that happy. So, being the gentleman that we are, and since we went to all this trouble in the first place, we're going to see if we can give her a little leg up.
If you really want to leave, I know a traveling merchant who may be willing to help you. He's in the exchange quarter, and he owes me a favor or two. Tell him I sent you. It'll be a lot safer than trying to find an honest smuggler.
Really? Why? Thank you. Thank you. I will never forget you.
Yeah. Nice! So now we have yet another quest to turn into Fury for that guy, whatever. And we, in case you didn't notice, have a lot of goods to sell from all that stuff that we took from the rebels earlier. It's also important to note that there's a bomb threat going on that we haven't dealt with yet. So I'm going to sell off all the extra goods, and then I'm going to go back up to the exchange, and I'll meet you guys there. Until then.
Good.
Alright. Welcome back, guys, and I have a surprise for you. Check out what's behind these doors. Yeah, so if you walk up to the exchange and go to these security checkpoints, these are the rebels that are waiting for us because of the bomb threat that we discovered earlier. which, hopefully, they've got something good for us. Nope. How about you? Nope. And how about you? Nope. Oh well. So, as you can see on our map, we have a lot of stuff to turn in. So, bomb threat be damned. We're gonna cash in these quests and get some experience. And then we'll turn in stuff as we go. I think actually there's even more quests for us to do here and pick up, if you can believe it. But don't worry, we're almost done with the side quests. And then we have a couple more main missions before things start to really get on their way.
Mr. Mancer, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Your beggar problem's fixed. It was a little more complicated than it looked.
Really? How so?
They weren't here by choice. The folks got ripped off by a guy who said he was a smuggler. Told them he'd get them to Shadow Lair. Instead, he cut them up and made them work for him.
Terrible thing to hear. Glad you put an end to it. Here, take this. Saving those people and our businesses.
Thank you. Now this guy's got a lot of stuff.
Hey there, Fiorello.
Yeah, like... wow.
I found out where the girl's from.
That is great. Great news.
Not for her, unfortunately. Turns out she was part of a female gang trying to come together as a rival to Anton Rogue's outfit. Fight barely lasted a round, but clearly it annoyed Anton enough to have one of them kidnapped and tortured to send a message.
So what happens to her now?
Just sending her back to her friends. One of the girls will probably come get her. What's the point of trying to hold her accountable for things she doesn't even remember? And she's already suffered enough.
You surprise me, officer. Open-minded, compassionate. A rare breed in your field of work. Sad to think she will just return to the streets. But what's to be done? Here, take this, for all your trouble. I hate to risk exploiting your kindness, but if I may.
Go on.
Since our little misadventure the other day, I'm always looking over my shoulder, feeling that those mob types are breathing down my neck, fearing I'm less protected than I ought to be.
Then you want bodyguards.
In a sense, but understanding that no ordinary citizen of abundance would suffice, and that such a task for you would be an insult, I was thinking that perhaps a strong mutant might do the trick. Word goes around that one might be able to make such an acquisition from the mutant pen in the slums. If you might make the trip for me, I could compensate you for the price of both the mutant and your time.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Again, thank you.
No problem, dude. And then let's do the other one for helping that the girl we just saw earlier get away from her mom.
I need your help.
And I haven't forgotten I owe you. I'm happy to help.
I literally just helped you.
Glad to hear it. I'd like you to take this young woman with you. Her name's Sarah.
Of course, I'd be happy to. If she wants to leave, I'm sure her reasons are more than valid, so I won't pry. You can count on me.
Thank you.
Alright. Look at that bar go, man. But not enough to level up. Maybe after we turn in everything else. Now that I don't want to focus on the conversations in this game because, frankly, they take up a lot of time. And I'm already taking up a lot of your generous time with these side quests and showing off this kind of stuff. And I appreciate it. I don't want to drag that on. I figure the point of this is to, well, to beat the crap out of these guys, for one. But after we're done doing that... Wow, that's a lot. After we're done with this game, and hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying sharing it with you, it will spark your interest in trying it out, perhaps. And then with that, hopefully you'll decide to investigate the game on your own and find out more information about the story and what's going on your own terms. See, that shot came from... Oh, I was going to say it came from Scott, but it couldn't have because he was on the ground, not doing anything. Now, the big thing that we're really looking for is a drop from the guys that use guns, but so far we haven't been that lucky. I'm actually not sure if there is anything that we can really pick up that's worth our time, but it never hurts. never hurts to have more money. We're definitely going to need it later on when we're going to be buying lots and lots of crafting equipment. Oh, speaking of crafting equipment, if you ever open up the menu and take a look at the description of crafting gear, what you'll see is that it says can be upgraded to, can be combined in order to make more powerful items. You can't, at least as far as I know, and I've pretty much beaten the game. So unless there's some kind of really sneaky secret that's just hiding there that, you know, most people don't have access to, I don't think you can do it at all, period. Which, that's a disappointment. It's actually kind of misleading, to be honest with you. I don't use the poison much either. We might change that later on. But right now it just doesn't really suit our needs. There's that level. So in case you don't remember, we found out last episode that these rebels are planning to plant a bomb to attack the whole of Abundance. And so we are jumping in to try and prevent that bomb from going off, seeing what we can do to stop this resistance. As we were ordered by our captain. Now, so far we haven't really been doing that good of a job following her orders. So, is that going to change in the next couple of decisions that we make? I don't know. You'll have to see for yourselves. What I can tell you is I'm pissed because we're not getting anything. Well, that's pretty good, but we won't be able to use that. We're not investing in strength. That'll come in handy. Okay, so this is the item that I was talking about, the heavy assault rifle. And the reason that this thing is important is that we can break it down. We can't use it. Jeffrey can use it. But what's even better than using it, if you're interested, because he can't even use it right now because it's not high enough level, you can break it down into an electric part, which is something, it's a component that you can't get through the market right now, and you can't really find it. So that is an extremely valuable piece of crafting gear. Now, since we only have that one, it's not really worth breaking it down yet. Maybe later. But definitely something to keep an open mind. Do not sell those things. At least don't sell them yet. Later on, the crafting equipment that they represent will become more readily available, so it won't matter as much. But for now, you really want to save that stuff. Look at Scott go. Just getting haymakered from the back of his head. What a trooper. At the very, very least, we're getting lots of stuff to sell. But at some point, the money is just going to become obsolete because we're just going to have so much of it. But in this case, better to have too much than not enough. Especially since that will give us even more like funds to buy healing and focus and trap equipment. But I think we've beaten the crap out of enough rebels. Let's see what the boss has to say. Bulgakov.
Leave this bag, please.
It belongs to you? Yeah, I figured. I was expecting.
A man? Sorry to disappoint. But since you're here, minding my business, maybe I should introduce myself. I'm Bulgakov, one of the leaders of the opposition army. You gonna arrest me now?
Arrest you and take that bomb before it does any harm to the city.
You don't have a damn clue, do you, officer? That bomb was never meant for the city. This is our city, too. It was meant to take out the access roads to the city, to block the army convoys. It's time this fratricidal war finally came to an end. You think we're fighting for Aurora? You're wrong, officer. The opposition is made of patriots, and the war we're losing is making the true patriots weaker, while the politicians and their secret police grow stronger.
You're no patriot. A patriot would let her voice be heard at the assembly of the people, not set off bombs in the city she claims to love.
You couldn't possibly be that naive, could you, officer? Ask around. See if you can find just one person who dared to speak up at your precious assembly and is still around to talk. The only voice ever heard from is the Watchers. The rest are silenced, and will continue to be until only the ASC agents remain. Stay suspicious of me. It's your right. But I don't lie, officer. I'd never hurt the people on purpose. I only ever wanted to free them. Let me. Don't stand in my way, because it's the only road to a better abundance.
So we're coming at a critical choice here. Now, this isn't like the other ones where we're just being the good guy or the bad guy. What you decide is going to have an impact on the rest of the game. Because we're going to, if we arrest her, then, you know, she's going to be removed from the game, basically. And we're going to have a hard time interacting with these rebels on an even ally basis. If we let her go, then that actually gives us more options in the future for further interactions with the Resistance. So, no matter which way you want to go, whether you want to be the good guy or the bad guy, whether you believe her or you think she's lying, whatever, consider your options here. But I'm going to go with this one.
I'm doing the right thing. Go on. Go! But leave the bomb. I trust you enough, but not that much.
I hear you. Thanks. And goodbye, officer. Beware the Watchers.
Nice. So now we're in a little better footing with the opposition. That may or may not come into play later. I haven't decided. But for now, our mission is complete. Again, we kind of... We are not the best soldiers, I'll admit. We kind of take our orders and we shove them up our ass and just do whatever we want because we're not exactly doing what we're instructed. We're not even doing close to what we're being instructed. But that's okay because we have cool lightning powers and who's going to argue with the Sith? Like, honestly. So here we go. We have yet another quest to turn in.
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
I went to a friend for a solution to our antidote
Friend
problem.
that's standing right
and he
behind me.
found one.
That's the kind of good news you don't get every day. You could stop 100 terrorist attacks and still not save as many lives as you have with that antidote, Lieutenant.
Oh, right. I think he doesn't have any more quests to offer us, period.
Hi.
Lieutenant, how can I help you?
Yeah. So I don't think we're going to have to talk to him anymore. Well, maybe. I'm not sure. There might be something that comes up a little later. But pretty much the good news is that with that last bodyguard for a merchant, I think that represents close to, if not the last side quest that we're going to have to worry about. Arena Champion. So sometimes quests will pop up that don't have a check mark, so they're not completed even though you've done everything. I don't know why the game doesn't give you an indication, but that means that there's more events that have to happen in the future, but you can't do anything currently. Like, you have to progress the main story and get to the next chapter before you can start messing with it. It's really irritating, because I remember spending a long time trying to figure out, like, what else I was supposed to do more in that arena area. But no, you're just supposed to keep going, come back to it later. So with that explanation, let's talk to the captain and tell her about how our mission went. I wouldn't exactly call it a success.
You already back, Lieutenant Zachariah?
So let's do the bad news first.
Captain, report.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
The insurgency's been quelled.
What about this pain in my ass, Bulgakov?
So again, we have three different options here. We can say that he's dead, say he escaped, or that he arrested. I'm going to say that he's escaped because I'm being honest, and that may or may not, depending on how honest you are, might affect future dialogue options. Just saying.
Let me start with the good news. We stopped Bulgakov at the station before they set off their explosives. Bad news? She slipped away before we could grab her.
Starting with the good news doesn't make it any less of a failure, Lieutenant. The ASC's gonna try to rip us a new asshole over this, but the fact that they said Bulgakov was a man and not a woman might give us a bit of ammo to fire back with. I'm still pissed, but there's no telling how many lives you saved today. So go find Quartermaster Ryan and collect your pay. Let's keep the fuck-ups to a minimum, though, going forward. Only so many times I'll be able to cover your ass with the ASC.
And now, the good news. We completely rocked this mission, so I'm sure she'll have nothing but good things to say, right?
Despite the attack, the officials reached the source. Good work, Lieutenant.
All safe and sound at the camp as promised, Captain.
You're already making yourself one hell of an asset, Lieutenant. No doubt those officials owe you their lives. You sure as hell earned your pay. Go see the quartermaster to get it. Our response to the attack can't be passive. We strike fast, we strike hard, and we strike now. ASC discovered that they got in through the underworks, through tunnels connected to their shadow paths, so that's where we're gonna hit them. Get a rover and Amelia Reacher to drive you there, and wipe the Aurora shits off the face of Mars and destroy their damn tunnels. Failure's not an option. This is a mission of pride for this army, not just for abundance. They struck us in our home. For that, we'll annihilate them. Don't let us down, Lieutenant. During their assassination plot, Aurora's diversion attempts destroyed some of our city's roofs, forcing us to evacuate blocks of citizens to protect them from the sun. We need the repairs done, and done quickly. But instead of working on the repairs where they're damn well needed, fucking mutants have now chosen to revolt. Put an end to it, Lieutenant. Get them back to work so our city can get back to living.
Will do, Captain.
Before you go, Lieutenant, I want you to know, your professor, Captain Sean Mancer, leaving the city for the front. I want to go say goodbye.
Thank you, Captain. Appreciate it.
All right. So, lots of things to talk about there. Obviously, the Army's not too happy with us, but we're still getting pay, which I'm going to pick up from this guy. I'm just going to skip this because you already know what he's going to say.
Indeed,
So, the Soldier Greaves and the Light Soldier Breastplate are strength items, I believe. And that's actually one of the legit reasons to go strength, is because you get access to some really awesome gear. Some of the best armor in the game you can only get with strength. Now, as we are not strength people, but our allies and our future allies are, we are instead going to stash some of these good items in our chest for later. So let's see. Let's put away the Kosh, both of the shields, the gun, and I don't think we can equip him with either of those guns. What do you say? He is the only character in the whole game. Well, he's already got a copy of that. He's the only character in the whole game that can use guns, so there's no reason to hold on to him and save him. Except for the reason I told you, the heavy assault rifle for recycling. We're going to save it for now, because we might recycle it later. Or we might sell it when we have access to the things it recycles into and we don't need it. We can sell that soldier's rifle. This is amazing good armor right now. Like, for the early game, this is one of the best pieces of armor that you can get. So if you're strength, this is like a really good reason to go strength. So if you are doing a strength build, equip this, upgrade it, hold on to it. That combined with the soldier's greaves and the soldier's boots are so helpful. So helpful. They're going to give you a lot of resistance, and it's a really, really good argument. Now, we're focusing more on not getting hit in the first place by moving out of the way, which, so far, it seems to be working pretty good. I think we've wiped out, like, once, and I was expecting it to die a little more often, considering this is extreme, but I'm not going to complain about that. Now, as you could see when she was talking about the mutants, there's, like, some pretty blatant racism going on there. In Aurora, mutants are considered basically subhuman. They consider them as slaves and nothing more. So that's an interesting theme that we're going to see kind of picked on throughout the rest of the game, and how other groups kind of look at the mutants and how they treat them. But for now, let's say goodbye to Sean! Sean!
Zachariah, so your captain told you I was heading out, did she? I should be grateful. It is good to see you. Perhaps for the last time. I'm leaving for the front, as is expected.
I wish you could stay longer.
Wish that I could as well, if not only to appease my concern for you. But their will moves more than my desire. So they separate us, as they always have. To keep us divided. And I fear to further isolate you. Stay wary, mindful. You are in their sights, my dear Zachariah. You are the newest initiate, the youngest. And so, to them, the most attainable. The shortest route to knowing our secret. Such is our world. We are pawns in a chess game played by imbeciles, clinging to nothing but illusions of power. The real power that illusion brings. Take care, Zachariah. Take care.
I will. My word. Until we meet again, Master.
I'm afraid this is more of a farewell. And it's Sean. Forget me not.
It is always sad to see a friend leave, especially when you know that he's going to risk his life every day. You must be feeling very lonely. It is up to you to earn a new friend to support you through hard times. A friend powerful enough. Have you thought about my request? What's a little secret shared against a strong friendship, after all?
I would be honored to have you among my friends, Colonel. But alas, I don't know what secret you're alluding to. I'm sorry.
A pity indeed, because you will find out soon enough. While I can be a great friend, I can also be a fierce enemy. See you later, Lieutenant.
Don't worry, we'll kick Mr. Grabby Hand's ass later. For now, there is one. I lied. I am a filthy liar. I think there's one more mini quest that we should pick up right before we start moving on. That diplomat that we saved, the woman in the blue dress, I believe she's up here, and yes, I'm correct, and she has a quest for us. That so out of all of them, this one is probably one of the most important because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's important to establish a good relationship with this woman. It will definitely pay off in the near future.
Officer? Officer Zachariah Mancer, a sight for sore eyes. Our hero, brave and strong.
I like where this is going.
Well, you know, you were just so nice, and if you wanted, if you had time, I know you're probably busy, but if you did...
What?
I'm just glad you came to see me. I was just thinking about you. Feel like you're maybe the only guy who could help me.
Why? What's going on?
I just don't have a lot of friends in Ophir. Never really had time for them, but one of the few I have, Abby Goodsman, owns a stall. She's a great girl. Lately, though, she's been scared for her life. Soldiers have been trying to extort her for serum. They tore down her stall and threatened all sorts of horrible things when she wouldn't pay. As an officer, I was hoping you could find out who these wicked men are, and figure out why they're messing with a good girl like Abby. Please, I'm really terrified for her.
If you're positive they're soldiers, that's weird. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I knew you were a good guy.
And let's take a moment to compliment her.
You're not really like everyone else, are you?
What do you mean?
You kept a level head in the attack. Politicians lost their shit. You kept cool.
Maybe a hard life like mine prepares you for anything. Or maybe I just had more faith in your abilities than they did.
And we'll ask about her life.
Ended up becoming an artist?
That's a long story, officer. Not the happy kind. Don't want to depress you.
I got all night.
All right. Okay. You asked for it. I got left alone when I was young. Parents died, so I was forced out on the streets. One of 1,000 orphans like me. Did a lot of stuff I wasn't proud of, but had to get by, you know? Then I got lucky, and the center took me in. Gave me food and clothes and an education and hope. And a purpose once they taught me music. And confidence once they told me I was talented. So, when I was old enough to leave the orphanage, I got lucky and met some other musicians who gave me a lot of help. Ended up performing in some bars around the slums. Not glamorous, but I got lucky, and it got me here. So, maybe the story's not so sad after all.
I gotta go.
All right. Well, maybe I'll see you again soon. Be careful. Would hate to lose a guy like you around here.
So, it's a good idea to take a little time to learn about her. It may or may not pay off later. Now, unfortunately, I believe that we are out of time. So I will leave you with this very impressive sight of the assembly building. All these statues of the Abundance Corporation standing forebodingly. And I am Twinkle Butt, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day.